When I was very little, we lived in a rented house in Shanghai, where my parents were teaching in a high school over there. My impression is that we were better off than our neighbors, our friends. Everything changed in 1957. My father was labeled as the rightist, and his party membership was suspended. In the summer of 1968, when the situation was very, very severe, I remember that week, the previous week, the party chief of the city library was executed. The week previous that one, the conductor of a Shanghai Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra was executed after open trial in Shanghai. Next week, my mother was turned in by a relative. I don't want to mention his name, by a relative, saying that she attended a certain organization which was counter-revolutionary. Because I accidentally tore a poster of Chairman Mao, I invited a few friends of mine to my place, to my home. That day, my mother happened to be out with her students to the countryside. So I invited my friends home, and then we had a party. And during the party, I drank two glasses of wine. Accidentally knocked down a glass of water, so the water spilled out. The wine or water spilled out. And in order to clean the table in my hands, I pulled the poster from the wall just like that, without noticing that was supposed to Chairman Mao. And then I just rubbed my hand and wiped the table, and then everybody was shocked. And then the chief of the residential committee come in into the room without knocking the door. But she could come in and check what's going on, And she saw it, and she said that even if it's an accident, you have to turn yourself in to clarify it. Okay, to tell them it was an accident. You didn't do it intentionally. Therefore, according to her suggestions, to instruction, I went to the police station next morning, telling them what I did. That's the whole story. The more you're afraid, the more you will suffer. And on the other hand, I realized, because my mother visited frequently, more frequent than other relatives, than their other prisoners' relatives. So my condition was better than my fellow inmates. So I have no reason to be afraid of. In the prison, most of all, there are many nice people. I was shocked at the beginning. I thought the prisoners were very, bad guys, bad guys in the prison. On the contrary, they're nice people. I tell you one thing. Okay, the first guy I know was an innocent guy. He was 39 years old. He was in the prison for 14 years. They accused him of stealing a boat. Okay, so they sentenced him to 15 years. But he was innocent, and he didn't complain. He took it. Okay, you said that I took it, and he still kept he kept his kind of nature, treated people nicely, helped them whenever he could. It's especially dangerous after raining. last night it has a rain. This morning is the most dangerous morning. I know the rock will fall that day, that particular day, which is 1974, I guess. And I rode in my cart. I told a fellow inmate, my group mate, I said, watch, the rocks will fall, all right? Don't talk to others. Don't chat with other prisoners. Just watch. When I come back, he was crushed. You know, when we put him into a cart, it's just like it's a shapeless body. Every month there was 2 or 3 prisoners were killed by the falling rock. I was cleaning the warehouse. I happened to find the books belonged to the prison library before the Cultural Revolution in a big tank. I picked up 4 volumes of Romain Rolland, French writer Romain Rolland's book is Jean Christophe. I didn't have time to read it when I was free. And I lifted them and I tried to keep them. A prison officer saw it and he warned me. He said, "Don't take those books to the barracks. If you want to read them, you read them here in the warehouse, but don't take them with you." But I took them anyway. I took them back because I found the red covers of mouse works fit these 4 volumes exactly. So I just disguised them under mouse red covers and put them beside my pillow. And one day there was a sanitary check, and an officer found the books, and that's why I was sent to solitary confinement, solitary cell, for 3 days. Oh, the solitary confinement, it's just like it's a stone box. It's a stone box. It's a dark, extremely dark. No windows. It's a box. It's a cave. It's a stone cave. You were forced into it, and it's just big enough. You can crouch inside. You cannot turn yourself around. You cannot stand up. You cannot write down. You cannot do anything. You don't feel your existence, except you can hear your heart beating. That's all. And it felt like a year longer when you stay in a cave for only 1 day. Just like that. In order to find a good job to do, I have to receive some education. So I was accepted by I attended evening school, learning architecture and things like that. And after that, I was hired as an assistant architect by the Building Research Institute of the city. Okay, I passed the examination. I demonstrated myself. I beat them all. So that's why I was hired. And then, the political situation in those days were much better, moderate, mild. People could talk about whatever you really think. Okay, and no trouble would be caused if you say something different. It's different than in the Cultural Revolution than 10 years ago when Mao was alive. The problem I face in this country is different from that I face in China. The problem here is that, you have to you 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 have to survive first of all, and then you have to do whatever you like. But in China, it's easy for me to survive because I don't have any language barriers, anything like that. I have a relationship, I have friends, but after that, you find yourself in a prison. You are not free. You are not free to think. You are not free to say whatever you want to say. If you say something wrong, you can't sleep at night. You think about it. You will find some opportunity to explain what you say was wrong. So that's the situation in China. In America, nothing of that sort will happen. Will ever happen. You say whatever you want to say, right?